getting YouTube set up to go stream it live on YouTube. I had a couple people that's getting YouTube set up to go. All right. Make sure that's on. Well, it says it's live, but I don't see it on YouTube. Oh, well, I think it is. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. It's 7 o'clock. We're going to go through. My name is Jamie Lambert. Welcome to our Wednesday night Zoom call on grid listing. What we do on Wednesday nights is we do this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So it's a good way for you to build your business. Now you can invite people to the overview, and we try to go through the entire business model in a reasonably short period of time. Usually takes about 30 minutes. I try not to keep people any longer than that. I know after a long work day, the last thing we want to do is sit on the Zoom call for too long. But it is important that we get all of the information. So speaking of information, that's all tonight is about. It's about getting you the information you need to either make a decision from a business standpoint about grid listing, or make a decision about the advertising portion of grid listing. We have some people that are just advertising on the platform. They're not necessarily building a business, but for the most part, people that are involved in grid listing are building a business, because the compensation plan is very unique. And I'll say this before, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but imagine if you went into work tomorrow and your supervisor said, hey, if you bring somebody else with you to work tomorrow, however many hours they work, we're going to pay you the same amount of hours that they work, the same money. You'd bring all kind of people. That's how our pay plan works. You basically get what's called 100% matrix check match from everybody in your team, which is unheard of. Nobody's ever done this before. So it is very unique, and I don't want to get too far ahead. We'll break that down in the slides when we get there. And I also don't want to make it sound like this is all about the compensation plan. I mean, the advertising platform works. We have people, every day that say, hey, I'm selling my other program through the advertising. So the advertising does work, which is good, because if the advertising doesn't work, this won't grow. So we got some good stuff going on. With that said, I'm going to throw a lot at you in a short period of time. You're probably going to have questions if this is the first time you've seen this. And if you have questions, that's an okay place to be, because we can get your questions answered and get you to the next step. We're going to talk about who we are, kind of how we got to this point. We'll talk about what grid listing is. We'll talk about why would you even want to be involved with this. And then we'll go through how it works, and we'll break all of that down. So who are we? Like I said, my name is Jamie Lambert. I've been in the direct sales industry since I was 18. I'm 52, so practically my entire adult life, with the exception of a couple of years, I've been involved with some network marketing or multi-level marketing company. Around I guess the age of 19, I've held one job in my life. For the most part, I've always done my own thing. I've never really had a boss, and I've built several traditional businesses alongside of the network marketing types of businesses, or the MLMs, whatever you want to call them. Most people are kind of talking about affiliate marketing today, which is kind of what we are. We're more of affiliates with grid listing. And what ended up happening is around 2010, I ended up starting a supplement company, a supplement manufacturing company. We worked with other people who wanted to have their own supplement brands, but they didn't know how to do it. So what we would do is we would partner with them. We would help them build their brands, and we ended up in 2010 building multiple national brands of supplements. I still own that company. It exists to this day. The reason why I brought the supplement company up is we always struggled with advertising. It was a fight. It was a fight since day one. It is a fight still to this day to try to figure out how to advertise our product. A lot of people, a lot of companies struggle with advertising, especially in the home-based business space. So a lot of people who have a work from home business, a side hustle, whatever we want to call it, they're trying to find people to join their business. So they're trying to find affordable ways of advertising that doesn't break the bank, so they continue to do, because if you do advertising once, it really doesn't work very well. If you consistently do it and people see it a lot, that's when it really starts to work. So finding a good advertising platform is important. And that's kind of how we navigated over to Grid Listing, and kind of gave me the idea to figure out a way to help people with their advertising. Now, talking about Grid Listing and why you would want to be involved with it from a business standpoint, advertising is almost $1 trillion a year annually. That's a lot of money spent on advertising. I remember spending $10,000, $20,000 a month on Facebook alone. I don't spend that much anymore because we do a lot of affiliate type stuff with our supplements. But I remember spending a lot of money on Facebook just to watch those campaigns fail. So a lot of money is spent on advertising, and we're trying to tap into that and help ourselves financially with that money that's being spent. Like I said before, companies struggle with advertising, and with Grid Listing, we can cater to all businesses. No matter what type of business you have, you can put it on the platform from an advertising standpoint. But right now, for the most part, it's your home-based business types of businesses, because that's who we went to get this thing out to the public. We are international, so that's a good thing. And the advertising is both affordable to the customers and to the affiliates. Basically, if you're a customer of Grid Listing, you can choose to be an affiliate if you want to. You don't have to. As a customer, if you decide you want to advertise, when you go into your back office where you upload your ad, you will also see right there all the tools if you decided you wanted to share the platform. but you don't have to. You can just be a customer. Affiliates, however, obviously are going to work this from a business standpoint, but they are also customers, because our affiliates are working other businesses that they're going to advertise on the platform. So as an affiliate, you're also a customer of the advertising as well. Another reason you might want to be involved with Grid Listing is from the home-based business standpoint. I can remember asking people to this day, I say, how much money would it take for you to change your life? $500 has been the magic answer, it seems like, forever. You know, if I had an extra $500 a month, I'd be able to make my payments and breathe a little. And if you think about that number, if somebody is $500 a month away from it changing their life, that means that they're just that far from being like dead broke. They're living on credit cards. They're trying to figure out a way to make ends meet. They're one emergency away from having a problem, right? So I say that because I want to make the point that people are trying to figure out a way to make ends meet. They're trying to figure out a way to make an extra income for the house, especially now. Look at the economy. Look at the price. Look at inflation. I mean, you go, and I promise you, if you have been responsible for buying things for the household, and that 2 years ago, year and a half ago, year ago, and all of a sudden you're responsible for buying it now, and you can see the price difference, you're going, wow, things are just way expensive, more expensive than what they were. But we're not making more money. So our price of everything's going up, but we're not making more money. So the job market also is changing. You're seeing people pushed to work from home. I remember decades ago saying the day of the home-based business is coming. The day is going to come where we pretty much all work from home. And look at how things are since COVID. You know, you had all these companies that forced people to work from home. They saw how effective that was, and they just let them stay at home. There's a lot of people that are working from home now that used to go to an office. There are a lot of people now who are getting laid off because things are changing. Technology is taking the place of people, and people trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. The thing about a traditional business is the average person is scared to take the financial risk to start a traditional business. And further than that, they don't even know what they would go start. So your work from home businesses is just fits right into that idea of starting a business, especially grid listing, because now we can cater to other networkers because they need advertising. So it's just a perfect business model. You can work a home-based business on your own time, on your own budget. If a day goes by and you're not able to work your home-based business, you don't go out of business. Okay, you can just pick up the next day. The tax breaks, another big plus of having a home-based business. All the tools that you need, your cell phone, your internet, all of that stuff, you can just start writing it off where before you could. So the tax breaks are phenomenal. Excuse me. Another reason why you would want to be involved with grid listing is we have a system you can plug into. You've got your landing page, you've got your lead capture page. We've got some really good marketing tools that are coming very soon. I know I've been saying that for the last few weeks, but we are really close to getting this stuff finished. It's going to be a 3 leads a day system. It's going to be a postcard system. It's going to work phenomenally well. A lot of people use postcards for this, and postcards seem to be working. I see Greg's on, and he can speak to how well the postcards work. Another big issue that grid listing seems to be solving is the networkers being able to work together. Scenario is I'm working a crypto company. You might be working a travel company. We cross paths. I say, hey, take a look at my crypto. You say, hey, take a look at my travel. We're neither one really interested in the other because we're passionate about our business, and that's okay to be passionate about what you do. So we might take a look at it, but we really have no desire to really do it. We just want to take a look at it so the other person sees our business. I know we've all done this. Grid listing is a good middle ground because now we can continue to work our respective businesses. We can both partner with each other in grid listing. We can combine our teams. We can pull our teams in together because they need advertising as well. And now all of a sudden we're building another stream of income by combining our two different business models. Okay. So grid listing is a good middle ground for people because all of us need advertising. Okay. So we can play well in the sandbox together while continuing to work our respective businesses. So what is grid listing? You've pretty much figured out it's an advertising platform. You can host any business on the platform. It's a banner ad. So when you become a customer or an affiliate, you go into your back office, you upload your banner ad, and it's on the platform. So a user that's on gridlisting.com can see the ad. They click it. It goes over to whatever link you have set up. It goes over to your landing page for your business, your other business that you're working. And then you've got a potential client there. The vision we're working on changing the look of it right now. It's going to be more of a Craigslist style where you'll have some more search capability and things like that. We're going to branch out and start to categorize some of our businesses. So we got we'll have some really good functionality once all of that is set up. So getting into the business model and getting into the customer and affiliate relationship with grid listing, first you're going to decide whether you want to be a customer or an affiliate. From a money standpoint, they're the same. Okay. If you decide I want to put an ad on grid listing, you'd pay $115. $50 of that is a setup fee. That's a one-time fee. The difference, which is $65, is for your first month's ad spend. Okay. If you are going to sign up as an affiliate, the same thing because affiliates are customers. Excuse me. You'd pay $115, same thing. That sets your account up. You're spending $65 for your first month's ad spend. The only difference here is as an affiliate, you're going to use the tools to build it from a business standpoint. After that first month, each month, there's no contract. If you decide you want to cancel, that's fine. But you pay $65 a month. That $65 is what pays the team commissions that we're going to get into next. From a networking standpoint, we are doing what's called a 3x4 forced matrix. I'm going to talk about that as if you don't know what that is. You probably do. So it might sound a little, I know what this is. Why are we talking about it? But just in case somebody sees this that has no clue about a matrix, I want to try to explain that and break it down. And then you're going to have 4 ways you can earn. What I tried to do with the compensation plan was bring in all the good points from every type of business model. I wanted to have a one-time, nice, good bonus whenever you bring in an affiliate or a customer. I wanted to have a monthly bonus for all of your recurring members. I wanted to have a matrix bonus. And then we did something that nobody's done before. We did a 100% check match bonus on no matter whether you bring them in or not. And I'm going to break that down. I'm probably getting a little ahead of myself. But here's the slide on that. When you bring in a customer or enroll an affiliate, you're going to make a $25 one-time bonus for you doing the work to bring that person into the team. Okay. Every time that person pays their $65 after that, you're going to make a $10 monthly commission. So if you had 100 people that you brought in, that would be $1,000. If you had 10, it'd be $100. Okay. Kind of get the idea there. And then you're going to make $2 on everybody in your 3x4 matrix. And I'm going to break that down in the slides. So don't worry about understanding that. And then we've got 100% check match bonus. What does that mean? That means that if somebody's in my team and they make $60 on their matrix, I'll make the $60 too. So what that does is that makes me want to help that person earn money because I make the same thing. Okay. And we'll break all of that down, like I said, with the slides. So getting into the 3x4, excuse me, guys, my throat's just scratchy. Getting into the matrix. Okay. So if you take a look at the screen that you see here, this is kind of showing you what the 3x4 looks like. So if you look at that left-hand side over there, you've got levels 1, levels 2, level 3, level 4. That's the 4 of the 3x4. If you see across that level 1, there are 3 people there. That could be 3 customers. It could be 3 affiliates. It could be 2 affiliates and a customer. 3 people are in level 1. That's the 3. Okay. So that's your 3x4 levels deep matrix. That's what 3x4 matrix means. You see your sponsor, you see you, and then you see some people that have been in this scenario that are placed in your matrix. Okay. Now the guy with the red circle, let's pretend for conversation's sake, you brought them into the team. They're either a customer or an affiliate. Okay. When they enrolled and they paid their money, you made a $25 bonus. Every time they pay their $65 the next month, you'll make a $10 bonus. And then every time they pay their $65, you'll make a $2 matrix bonus. The other people that you see in your matrix right here, you're making $2 off of them. If you happen to have had brought them into your matrix, then you'd be making $10 every time. Also, every time so you make $12 off of them if you personally enrolled them every time they pay their $65. Okay. So it kind of gives you an idea on the money that's being paid for each little blue person you see there in your matrix. So let's talk about spillover for a second. I want to say real quick, don't join this business because we have spillover. I try to do a good job at making it where you don't think this is a free ride, because I think when you try to sell spillover where you say something like, you just sign up and you don't have to do anything, you just get people under you. It never works like that. Okay. Sounds good in theory, and it might get people to join quickly, but then it doesn't happen like they think it will in their mind. It breeds laziness. Nobody works, and you end up quitting because you make no money. Okay. But spillover will help. All right. So let's look at this scenario you see on the screen. The guy with the yellow circle around him. That's the person you just brought in on the last slide. Remember, you enrolled him. He's there. He has nobody under him yet. If you see in that level 2, there's like a vacant spot. Your level 2 is his level 1. Okay, so because he shifted down. You do a little bit of work. Let's say you send out 1,000 postcards. And in that 1,000 postcards, somebody gets a postcard and they go, ooh, this sounds interesting. They look at all the videos, they enroll. Okay. When they enroll, they're going to fall here. So now the guy with the red circle is the new guy. Okay. he falls in the next available spot in your matrix under somebody who doesn't have anybody in their level 1 yet. Okay. He's going to help fill out that spot. And that's where he drops. Now, here's what goes on with that. You did the work. So you're going to earn the $25. You're going to earn the $10 because he's your person. You're going to earn the $2 every time he pays us $65. So you're basically earning $12 on him when he pays us $65. The person that's right above him who did nothing for this, he didn't do any work. The person just fell under him. He'll make the $2 every time he pays us 65 because that person fell into his matrix. Okay. He'll also get a chance to check match him. He didn't enroll him, but if he does his qualifications, and I'm going to show you what those are here in a second, then that means when that person with the red circle around him, let's say he makes $100 in his matrix, that person right above him is going to make $100 on him too, whether he enrolled him or not. In this case, he did not enroll him, but he'll still check match him. All right. That's where we kind of broke the mold with the check match, because most of your check matches in most companies, you have to personally enroll that person to get a check match from them. And usually it's not 100%. Usually it's a 25% or a 50%. And I'm not talking negative about another company. I'm just sharing with you what typically happens with a check match. In our scenario, it's 100% check match. Here's another little scenario of spillover. You've got 3 people in your level 1. You send out 1,000 postcards. That mailing of 1,000 postcard yields 3 new people. All 3 new people don't fall under one person. They get spread out. So that's what I want you to see here. One person falls under the one guy, it skips over to the next guy, and it skips over to the next guy. Okay. So those 3 new people help 3 people. They don't all help one person. So that's kind of why I wanted to show this slide. So this is your qualifications. Okay. In order for you to earn from your 3x4 matrix, the $2 on everybody in your matrix, you have to personally enroll one person, whether it's a customer or an affiliate. That's why I'm saying spillover won't do it for you, because you can have all these people falling under you due to spillover. If you don't enroll a person yourself, you'll never make any money on those people. So you got to find at least one person to make the money off your matrix. Okay. When you find a second person, not 2 additional, 1 additional, you find 2 total personals, customer or an affiliate, you unlock level 1 check match. So when you find that second person, if no matter how many people's in your level 1, if it's all 3, if you have 3 people in your level 1, you check match all 3 people. Okay. 3 personals, you're going to check match level 2, 4 personals, level 3, 5 personals, you've check matched level 4. At this point, you're check matching every single person in your matrix. Okay. If you have 60 people there, you're check matching all 60 people. If they're all making $100 a piece, well, that's quick math. That's $6,000. Okay. So the check match is where this is, because if you're check matching people down in your team, do you think you care about how much money they make? Of course. You're going to be more inclined to go downstream and help. Instead of focusing on getting the new person, you'll try to help your current people earn money. So that's the reason for the check match, is it breeds help down into the team. Okay. So let's get down into the matrix, and we won't spend much time on this because it's fairly simple. It's not that difficult. But what you see on the screen here is an example of a full matrix. You see your sponsor, you see you, and then you see 3, 9, 27, 81. You have filled your matrix. That's 120 people. Okay. If you're making $2 on all of the 120, that's $240. You're going to have some 10 scattered in there, remember, because you make $10 on your personals. So let's say out of this 120, 15 of them are personals. Well, then you got an extra $150 coming in from your personal people with the $10 a month every time they pay them. Okay. So that's what a full matrix looks like. That means everybody in your team can also have 120 people in their team. That means everybody in your team has the potential to make $240 in their matrix. That means you get the potential to match $240 from everybody in your team. Okay, so that's a lot of matching. All right. So this is kind of how that works. If you see over on the left-hand side, to check match your level 1, you need 2 personals. Remember, 1 personal unlocks your matrix bonus. The second personal unlocks that level 1. So you can see level 1, you got 3 people there. If you have 2 personals, you match all the people in level 1. 3 personals, you check match that whole level 2. 4 personals, level 3, 5 personals, level 4. Remember, whether you brought them in or not, you check match them. Okay, that's where this really is unique. So here's why this is important. Okay, so a lot of people take a look at this and they go, well, if it's a 3x4 matrix, what about my 5th level? Do I make any money on my 5th level? The answer to that question is no. From a matrix standpoint, you don't. From a matrix standpoint, you don't make anything past level 4. So your big networkers look at this and they go, well, I want to make more money than that. Well, this is why the check match is so important. Okay, so we're going to break this down real quick and then we'll move on. Look over on that right-hand side. You see there's a red triangle around that group of people, starting with somebody in your level 1. Okay, remember, if you've done your qualifications, you're going to check match everybody in your level 1 if you have 2 personals. Okay, that person in level 1, his 4th level is your 5th level. So if you see that red triangle, you notice it's around people in his 4th level, but that group's in your 5th level. So all of a sudden you're getting paid on level 5. Well, remember, you don't get paid on level 5, but you do from the check match standpoint. Okay, so as you check match your lower levels, you're picking up people that are further down in your matrix. Excuse me. So if you look in level 2, his 4th level is your 6th level. Okay, level 4, you dip down into level 7. Level 3, you go down into level 7. Level 4, you go down into level 8. So all of a sudden, you're making off 8 levels of your matrix. Remember, each time this matrix takes a step down, it multiplies by 3. So all of a sudden, it's 81 times 3 times 3 times 3, and your matrix gets wide down at the bottom, and you're picking up. That's some good money. Okay, but you only get that from check matching. You only get that from helping your people. Okay, so that's why that was written into the pay plan, is to breed assistance and help down into the levels. So this is basically kind of what it looks like. That yellow circle, when you qualify to match that level, you match the entire level. No matter who's there, whether you enrolled them or not, they could have come from spillover, you're still going to check match that individual. That nobody's done this yet. I'm sure somebody will since we've done it, but this is a very unique pay plan, and this is what's going to drive this business from a pay plan standpoint. The advertising platform is going to drive it all by itself, but this pay plan is very unique. Okay, it's very unique. So if you look at this individual with the red circle around him, the moment he joins, he has 4 people that are very excited about him joining, because all 4 of those people are going to check match him. So they're going to all rush to his aid to try to get him going. So here's your potential. You got $2 times 120 people in your matrix. That's $240. Plus, remember, you got some $10 scattered in there because you got some personals. Level 1, 720. Level 2, 2160. 6480 in level 3. 19440 in level 4. It gives you a total of just shy of $29,000 is your potential for your matrix. You can also have multiple centers if you'd like. You're heavy, the networkers that want to work 2 businesses. We have several people who are working 2, maybe 3 businesses. Greg Bethay's working 4. So there you have that. But that's just, if you have the capability to do that, then do it. You also have 4 accounts or 2 accounts or whatever it is you're working, which means you have $65 times 2. Okay. But I just tell people, if you're unable to build one effectively, there's no sense in having two. Okay, so let's worry about one right now before we start jumping in and getting all these multiple businesses. If you're going to have a hard time building the one. Okay. How are you paid? We use a company called PayQuicker. PayQuicker's been around for a long time. They are very compliant. They are very secure. PayQuicker makes sure that you're doing everything from a compliance standpoint that you should be doing. It's a good fail safe for companies if they're using PayQuicker to make sure that they're doing everything from a regulatory standpoint. Also, we pay. You can order a Grid Company's debit card through your PayQuicker account. The fact that we have our own Visa card also adds a level of credibility to the company. A lot of companies have tried to get their own debit cards, and they can't get them. You have to be at a certain point to be able to have your own debit card. So I kind of pat ourselves on the back for that, because that kind of tells you that everything's regulatory right. If we were selling something that we couldn't sell, or if something was from a compliance standpoint wasn't good, we would not have a debit card. Okay, so anyway, so it kind of gives you a little bit of assurance there. You can transfer that money to your bank from your PayQuicker account. You can use a virtual debit card, or you can use your Grid Company's debit card. If you are international, we pay those international grid builders with Bitcoin. So you just drop your Bitcoin address in there, and we send that out through Bitcoin. So let's take a look really quickly at the back office, and then we're going to close out. We don't want to keep you too long. So what you're looking at is a back office that at my back office. Okay, so if you look at it real quick, it's very easy to understand. I've got one active member. I have $299 that I've earned in total. I've got my 3 links here. So if I want to share this link to my sales page, I would just copy this link. I would email it or text it or whatever. It's got a nice little 5-minute video. It kind of gives an overview. It's got a recorded Zoom call. It's got another little video that I did, and it's got some information to get the person to the next step to decide on whether they want to join. They hit join now, and it takes them to the landing page. I'm sorry, that is the landing page. This is your lead capture. So if you had this in your emails, what did I just do? I just paste my link in the we didn't want to do that. All right, here we go. I got too fast there, guys. So here's this is my lead capture page. So if I have a lot of people buy a domain, jamielambert.com, they might market that domain. They send the domain to their lead capture page. The person watches this little short video. They drop their information in, and then it takes them over to the landing page where they see the other videos. Okay. So if I come right here, show you how you withdraw your money real quick. If I go to my bank, you see, show you right here how this does in real time. So you see these little 3x4 matrix position. You see all these $2. These are people that were paying their $65. Okay. If I keep going down, I'll eventually find a $10. This is where the person that my person that I personally brought in, that's where they paid their $65, and I made $10 there. Okay. That means at some point I made $25 on that person. If I kept searching down, I would find where I check match that individual. Okay. So all that's happening in real time. Every time somebody in your matrix pays $65, all of that updates in your back office in real time. If I want to withdraw my funds, I hit withdraw. I have $74 I can withdraw. Let's say I want to take out $20. I do 15, and I do process withdrawal request. And that request goes into support. And then as long as I do it by midnight on Wednesday, I get my money the next Friday. So right now, that money, that $20 that I just asked for, not tomorrow, but the next day, I'll have it in my PayQuicker account. Okay, so it's very simple to withdraw your funds. So with that said, we're going to close this out. I won't talk too much about this. As an added benefit to Grid Listing, you get discount wholesale pricing at the supplement grid. We have a lot of people that basically are saving enough money on their supplements that zeroes out their $65 on their grid listing. So win-win. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you supplements. I'm just saying that's there. If you're paying retail for your products now, you can get them at wholesale from the supplement grid. It's a good value there. So with that said, we're going to close out. I want to appreciate you being here. I want to thank you for being here. The fact that you gave this time means a lot. If you do have questions, you can just email us info@gridlisting.com or contact the person that asked you to watch this. Get your questions answered. If they can't answer your questions, email us info@gridlisting.com. Support will forward that over to me. I'll spend some time with you on the phone. I'll make sure that you understand everything. You can join a Telegram group. Go to gridlistingtelegram.com. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, so it's a good way to and all that's in your landing pages and on your lead capture pages. So you can, when people go there, they can see that we have the Zoom call. And with that said, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of the week. And if you need me, you know where I am. Just let me know. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jamie. Awesome.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Maria.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
See all you guys.
Bye.
All right, Jamie. Talk to you later, man.
All right. I'll call you in the morning.